Hello from sunny Tasmania. Today I'm going to talk about how I grow and repot my Paphiopedilums. Here we have a tray. This is what I grow them in, and you'll see where this little skewer is. There's a hole there and there's a hole on the other side. That's how I limit the amount of water I have in there. I grow them in water all the time, and there's 15 mils of water in the tray. Now I've just pulled this tray straight off the shelf, and we'll do one or two of these. So if I just put that to one side for the moment, and I'll show you what I usually have when I'm doing a repotting. First of all, I have a selection of these wooden skewers. I can use one on each plant and then throw it away, so no cross-contamination. Then of course, in case we get a division, got to have our pencils and our labels to write them up. I've also got a selection of various secateurs and knives, and they're sitting in a solution of triclinium, which is a industrial strength cleaner, which will stop any cross-contamination as well. So we'll put them there because we'll need them. I have some 12-month slow-release fertiliser. You can't usually buy this over the counter. I buy it in bulk, but it's a lot better than the cheap one you buy at your local nursery, if you can get hold of it. Then we need, that's just a container for all the waste. If you've had a look at my other videos, you'll see that I actually take the old bark and turn it into biochar. So I keep that and recycle it as biochar. And the mix we're going to put our Paphiopedilum into is hard composted bark mixed with biochar. That's all I use, nothing else. Just them two products there. And I'm actually using, because they're bigger paths, I'm using the medium grade mixed with some of the smaller grade. So you can probably see the two different sizes there. So, and the biochar mixed in with it. So we'll sit that up there. We'll bring that there. Let's find a plant. Now, a lot of people say you shouldn't grow paths in water, like I do, because it'll rot the roots off. Now here's one for you to have a look at. They don't look too rotten. That's how I grow them, and they absolutely love it. So anyway, we'll knock this one out. Got to be a bit careful because the roots are coming out the bottom there. So I'll just move them away a little bit. Like all path growing, you will get the odd one that is rotten. He doesn't want to come out. This could take a little bit of work. Now, keep our label. Definitely don't want to lose that. He hasn't got as many roots as some I did yesterday, but he's still looking pretty healthy. So we'll just tease that old bark out. Now these orchids love to be repotted. I don't think you can repot them too much. I will repot them every 12 months if I get a chance. I missed doing them last year, so we'll catch him up this year. Now there's a rotten one in the middle there. We'll get him, and I often just break them off rather than using tools, unless I can't get to them with my fingers. There's another one that's not real flash. There's another old piece. Okay, so that's pretty well it. Now I just go round and I squeeze all the tips. So there's a soft tip. So I'll cut that off. That one's been broken, so I'll cut him off. That's got a tiny little tip on the bottom, no good. And you've got to be pretty happy with that after a couple of years in the pot. No, I can't see any more tips that need doing. Now what I'll do is I'll look at the fans. Now, I don't know if you can see in there or not, this one has flowered here. So I'll just cut that fan straight off there. I don't cut it right to the base, I leave a little bit for it to die back. And we've got two fans there that haven't flowered. And we've got 2 new growths coming there off each one of those as well. So I'd say that these 2 big fellas will flower this year, and then we'll have these 2 here for next year. So that's all done, all cleaned up. A very easy one that. And as you can see, there's nothing wrong with the health of that at all. Growing in water and just bark and composted bark and biochar. And I do the biochar myself. I have a video on my YouTube page, will help with that. So because I'm growing in water, I don't worry about putting any bark at the bottom of the pot. I just put it straight in there, and I want the roots to get to the bottom. So I push him down. Now, your plant base should be at least, I think, 10 mil below the surface, so that all your rhizome and your roots never get covered. I didn't know that once, and I used to get no root growth, and I used to lose these things. But now, bury it nice and deep, and just work your mix in. Just put it in there and tap it, and it'll work its way through the mix nicely. Should never force mix down on any plant because you risk damaging the roots. But with some of these, you've got to put your finger in there and push the bark in if it won't go through the roots if they're a bit thick. But it's not going to take away the oxygen because it's a nice coarse bark. So there we are. He's potted. As you can see, the base of the plant is covered. Can't see any roots. We put our label back in, of course, and that one's all finished, ready to go. Looks nice and tidy. Got rid of the old growth. We didn't have much at all in the way of bad roots, and that's as easy as it is. And he'll go back into my tray. The tray, I always give them a clean out regularly, scrub them out. And yeah, I usually have up to 6 in the tray, and a lot of people say you shouldn't have one with another. I've been doing it now for over 10 years and I've never had a problem. Thank you.